Day five, you guys, of using that subliminal. This if you're glow up one. Remember that comes with using a subliminal, because a subliminal creates space for you to achieve your manifestations. In order to fully achieve it, there are things in the real world you do to back up what you want to manifest. I think I wrote in one of the subliminals that I just posted, health benefits of cranberry juice and turmeric and a lot of other good foods. Of course, water is the first thing you should start doing. Water speeds up metabolism. Water is like the number one thing that can help you in anything regarding good health, mental or physical, no matter how cliche it is. Water hydrates the body, it clears the body, helps the body do the things it needs to do. I also drink a lot of good like spices and green juices now. So that should also be something you guys look into, as well as cranberry juice. A lot of spices can relate to good things in health, such as like lung health, cardiovascular health. Cardiovascular means heart health, which the heart is like one of your major organs. Turmeric helps, a lot of your digestive functions down in there, such as the liver and your immune system and your stomach. Just a lot of spices really help the organ functions, and of course greens, vegetables, and fruits. But what you guys eat, what you guys do while listening to the subliminal is really going to affect how good of results you get. And I've been trying to cut out sugar entirely. And remember, the less sugar you have, the more clear skin results you're gonna get, because sugar is linked to a lot of acne and bad health issues in general. Exercise. I have also been doing trauma therapy on top of all of that, such as EMDR audios and using my coping skills, stress balls, stuffed animals, the like. Music can be a good way to affirm things without having subliminal audios even in there. There are affirmation music tracks out there. One of the best artists who writes affirmation tracks is Peachka. Workbooks are so easy to find for self-therapy if you can't afford it. They're on Temu. They have trauma workbooks and shadow workbooks for you, specifically looking through the nitty-gritty parts of your past. And I ordered 2 of those books. They were like this big, very helpful, and they were only like $3 to $4 a piece. I'm sure you can find them at Staples or any other paperweight store and stuff like that. But there are things you can do. Remember that a subliminal creates space. I will continue to make the result videos, but I will say that on day 3, which was 2 or 3 days ago, I think this is either day 5 or day 6 of using the glow up subliminals on my page, the one that I have there. But I had a huge trauma meltdown. 444 on the timer, would you believe? Anyway, a huge trauma meltdown. It wasn't really like a trauma meltdown. It was more, well, yes, but it was more that I was having several consecutive CPTSD attacks, complex post-traumatic stress attacks, right? Where I was remembering everything. And this had been like after 2 or 3 weeks of using EMDR audios over and over. And EMDR therapy is very, very good for trauma therapy. Binaural beats is kind of similar to that. I don't know if it's the same thing, but both those things are things you can find those audios on YouTube. Those are ways you can help yourself in your whole healing glow up phase thing. Remember to take care of yourself, your skin and everything. For me, in this glow out route, I'm choosing not to use makeup because, first off, the chemicals in makeup, and second off, 2 years ago I did shave my hair, so this is all new hair that I grew, and that's something you can do too. Not just cut your hair, but shave it all the way off so your hair can regrow it. Know what products you're going to use for that. Mousse is really good. You can get really good healthy mousse for your hair. Vitamin C, a frick ton of vitamin C, and cranberry juice has a lot of that in it, which is why it's good for hair, skin, and nails. Biotin is also a vitamin, which is good for hair, skin, and nails. If you want the feel of makeup but don't want to use makeup, such as myself, I do like lip glosses or like the lip balms that have like the tints in them. And then you always want to like take care of yourself, so take showers, whether they be hot and cold, hot or cold. There's things psychologically related to healing through temperature therapy, such as like polar bear plunges or taking a hot shower and then rinsing in cold afterward. It seals off the pores. It also helps the brain. It has to be really cold water though. Some spices can also aid in depression. I know that turmeric, I think I read, helps depression. This is all things that were already proven by doctors and things. This is why they tell people who have mental health issues, exercise, water, eat right, do the therapy. Healing is a whole full-time job, and self-care isn't just makeup or doing your face or having a facial or whatever. Self-care is a fancy word for healing. It's like not fancy, I guess it's a lesser, the media has really ruined the meaning of that word self-care, but self-care is another word for healing. Because taking showers, shampooing, conditioning your hair, vitamin A and E oil or vitamin E oil, vitamin A and E lotion is really good for your skin. Vitamin C oil I've used, that's also helped the glow, but you can just take vitamin C in general and that helps. But exercise, making sure you have a set sleep schedule, all of these things are going to help in, manifesting the type of body you want, the type of mind you want, the type of lifestyle that you want to live. Since using the Subliminal, all of these are things I've just naturally started doing. So, specifically the trauma and healing one, and then the glow up subliminals as well. And the glow up subliminals are more for the mindset as well as self-care, so your boundaries can back up what you want your brain to have fully programmed in your school. And you got to remember that boundaries are not a request. Boundary is not a request. A boundary is something you can enforce, and a boundary that you enforce does not encroach on the boundaries of others. Okay, it's not a power play. I've had a lot of people in mental health workers and my parents, when they don't want me to cuss, they'll say like, oh, well, I'm going to hang up the phone if you cuss, because that's a boundary that I can't enforce. No, it's actually not a boundary. That's a power play and a manipulation tactic. Just because you don't like me cussing doesn't mean that every time I cuss, you need to hang up the phone. That is a power play manipulation move. A boundary it's worded such as, if you don't, or if you do not blank, then I will blank, so that I can blank. 10-10 on the timer. My point is, like, I live in a homeless shelter, okay? I'm homeless. I'm trying to get my life together and get a house. It's exhausting. Plus, I'm autistic, so it's kind of like a full-time thing for me. But my point is, like, you cannot control other people. You can only control yourself. So at the house, at the shelter, we call it a hospitality house, but at the shelter, if somebody's being loud, a boundary would be saying, hey, if you don't lower the volume, I need to remove myself and put my earplugs in because it's too loud for me. Do you get what I'm saying? And typically you would say that after, like, hey, do you guys mind keeping the volume down so I can sleep or something? Because we have like 16 or 15 beds within one room in the outreach dorm at the shelter, so it gets loud. And so if you were to ask, hey, like, do you mind lowering the volume a bit? Remember, that's a request. So a boundary then comes in and you go, okay, hey, so I need to go, well, what I said prior. I don't really remember what I just said, but if you hey, if you guys aren't going to lower the volume, I need to go put my earbuds in and separate myself. It's also a shorter version way of taking care of oneself. But it's not encroaching on everyone else, because you're not asking them to completely shut the heck up. You're saying, I need to go separate myself so I can get quiet by putting my earplugs in, my soundproof headphones in, whatever. Some people actually go out for a smoke break or go in the shower, whatever you need to do. The things you can do in life. Journaling. Also, like, you remember those math worksheets, math notebooks, those grammar workbooks that I sell for kids? You guys can still do them as adults to refresh all of that, such as like Sudoku, word search, and other things. These are all things that are really good for your brain, and they're better than just grabbing your phone and going on the internet stuff. Reading a book, libraries. And this is all going to be very hard because a lot of society doesn't do a lot of what I'm telling you guys, but this is stuff that scientifically works. It's backed up by a lot of psychological things, and this is stuff I've been told to do when I was in my healing program, AKUA, down in Southern California, which was a residential, and it was a private residential for healing and mental health journey, also a detox for me to get sober, and I will be sober from Jack Daniels a year this month, because it's now June on the 21st. I'll be sober a year this month in June on the 21st from alcohol. So, that's the thing, but this is the type of stuff that they would tell us to do, eat, drink, process. These tools were given to me by therapists, psychiatrists, mental health workers, and doctors. So a lot of what I'm saying right now is reliable because it was stuff that was told to me by people who are trained to teach people how to heal. So I hope this helps, and a lot of what you guys are going through, and shows you what you can do to speed up your subliminal benefits. As for my results, since using it, I've been a lot happier, healthier, and more self-focused, not selfish, self-focused. So if something encroaches on me and my inner peace, then I remove myself from that situation quietly, not loudly. I try not to make a scene. I'm not perfect, so I have to give myself grace and space. I've started getting a hip dip, kind of like an hourglass figure, clear skin. I just feel happier overall. My body feels better. And I feel calmer too, a lot calmer. My skin's also gotten softer. My hair has gotten healthier. But the benefits are working. So, I'm slimmer too. I don't know if you guys can see it. My camera's also entirely broken. I hope 15:15 on the timer. I hope 15 minutes about is enough for you guys for a subliminal benefits video and advice. But here y'all go. Good luck on your journey of glow-ups. And these subliminals do work. There's almost instant results. I've only been using the subliminals for about 6.5 days now, 6 to 7 days, and I have immediate and instant results. As I'm telling you, all of this is just happening after 6 to 7 days after listening to these subliminals. So, hope that helps.